Hello, welcome to my video. Today I'm starting to go through some of my classical games from 2009 until now in chronological order. First game is from Serbian Championship under 16 against one of the main favorites to win the tournament. It was round 3 and let's see how it went. Here I was black and I played something I usually don't play. I played Sicilian. I prepared for this particular game, and I saw that he always plays this closed Sicilian, and I saw some of the games, and I thought I could manage to get a good game from it. But let's see how it actually went. So this was all mm, uh, kind of preparation, and Queen d2, Bishop h6. This was a very topical variation at that time. Castles h4, and now black just wants to stop this h5 by pushing f6. This was all good. This was all, I think, theory, and this was all I saw before the game. In one of his games, I saw this variation, and I thought it was a very solid variation. I was just afraid not to get attacked so easily, but I thought that I could avoid it. So here he took king g7, and now after h5, my point was to go g5 to somehow close the position. He goes h6 because if he doesn't go h6 himself, I will go h6 and I will keep the position pretty much blocked. So h6 was necessary, I guess. King h8, and for now it seems that my king is very safe, but he tries to open up the king side by f4. I took, g takes, and in some of his games, I saw that black played e5, and that the game went pretty well for black. But this was the problem. I was blindly preparing for this game. I was just watching previous games and not realizing bad sides of a move like e5, even though in the game it went well for black. And obviously here, a bad side of e5 is that I'm allowing him to go knight d5 now, or in a couple of moves, but I should have kept it more solid by, or just start pushing b5 or maybe even d5, because if you go d5, then it's not that good to capture, because after this and castles, I can go d4 and maybe create some counterplay on the queen side. But a move I like more is b5 in this position. And of course, if you take, then rook b8, and I can regain this pawn by capturing on b2. And if he doesn't do anything, if he goes for a long castle, then I can maybe even go for queen a5 or just b4, starting some attack on the queen side. But I played e5, which is not doing much for me. But I saw in the game black went well, and I blindly just followed that game. And at some point, he deviated from this game, and I was just on my own, and it was not good. Not good at all. Just castled, bishop e6, and now he goes with his knight d5. And a problem I had in games from 2009 2010, I would say, is that I was too reactionary. When I see knight d5, I see a piece that has to be taken, which in reality doesn't have to work like that. But at that point, I was just too reactionary, and I just decided to take. And what's even worse here is that I blundered a crucial idea he had in this position. And here it was better to play knight d4. And if he pushes c3, then knight d5. The position is pretty bad for me now, but at least I'm not losing material like in the game. In the game, it went like this: knight b4, and I'm like, okay, I'm attacking a2 and d5. What can possibly go wrong? And he just plays a3, and I didn't realize what was happening at this point. I took on d5, and he took, and now I saw what was happening. Sadly, when I took queen g2, and that was it. I'm losing a piece because either I'm going to move my knight and get checkmated, or save from a checkmate and lose a knight. And that's a whoa moment for me. What happened? And after that, I was playing just on autopilot. I was just trying to process the information that I'm losing a game, and that's why sometimes people keep on playing even though they realize that it's a lost cause to fight for such a position, but you need some time to process information that you're lost, and that's why I kept playing, but it didn't. And here you see, I just exchanged like a beginner, but it doesn't make any difference, to be honest. And we have a couple of more moves. I was maybe hoping that this f pawn would make some problems, but I think it was just me trying to get through this painful process of losing. And you see, this is just me trying to make to the 40th move. Nothing objectively good for me. My king is completely useless, and at this position, I just resigned. So the main point of this game was don't prepare blindly. Look at your opponent's possible options, even though in the game he played something else. Because in this game I played e5 at this position blindly, and I just fell into some trouble after that.